Hey everyone, I just got back from yet another clinical and uncomfortable objective college examination. For what class, do I hear some of you asking? What class do you think? It went okay, but I always have some residual stress whenever I finish a test, no matter how well I perceived I did. Beating the ever-loving crap out of an overpriced book helps in this regard. Comment time! Yonner87 writes, so true. I wonder if Apple users can be butt kickers as well. Maybe part-time? Just because someone made a financially and technological dubious decision does not mean that that person cannot be a butt kicker. In fact, I think we need to reach out to our misguided brethren, show them the path of true and complete butt kickery. We must gather all lost sheep and spread the word. Yea, verily. But in all seriousness, the definition of butt kicker is not one who agrees with every single one of my opinions. I mean, sure, I'd probably find you a highly pleasant person to be around as a result of that, but you'd be like a non-person. I know a good many Mac-supporting butt kickers, and I'm proud to know them, because butt kickers should be a diverse group. Mac users, PC users, Pepsi drinkers, Coke drinkers, insomniacs, paraplegics, people who put on their pants starting with the right leg, people who do so starting with the left, aliens, robots, southpaws, mythical creatures, and war veterans. The more kinds of people that are in the League of Butt Kickery, the stronger it will be. Good afternoon, Butt Kickers. It's April 12, the 102nd day of 2011, which means more space news that 50 years ago today, the first human went into outer space. This news would be cool, except the guy who went into outer space was a Soviet cosmonaut, not a good old American, so I don't want to talk about it. Losing the space race is a tender subject for me. In Soviet Russia, rocket launch is you! Yeah, well, we beat Russia 20 years later with the first space shuttle launch, so, suck on that. Who am I kidding? The big thing is getting a human into outer space. Doesn't matter what kind of vessel you send them up in. Silly me. And now, whenever I look up at the sky, which is supposed to be blue, all I see is red. How could you let them win, America? How? I think the reason America and the Soviet Union faced off in a race to reach the stars is because once that barrier is reached, where else is there to go? I'll tell you where. Alternate dimensions and time travels, and I don't think we're anywhere close to either of those ends. What I mean is once we extend our reach beyond the realm of our planet, the only place to go is farther and farther away from our planet. So what's the next step? Landing a manned spacecraft on Mars? Well, then what's the next step? The Earth's gravitational pull and atmosphere presented a very tangible and comprehensible finish line, but once it was crossed, we discovered that we had only finished the first leg of the longest race that anyone could ever think of. The prospects of further exploration are harrowing, but exciting, and we, as humans, will never stop answering the call to reach just a little bit further from home. It's been 50 years since humankind entered the vacuum of space. Who knows what the next 50 years will hold? And frankly, I don't care which nation gets there first. Okay, so maybe I'm rooting for my home nation, but just a little bit. Until tomorrow, I'm Griff, and I'm still talking. Paraplegics, people who put on their legs, starting with... put on their legs. Okay, so maybe I should, stop with this whole thing.